It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. There are a few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Colts and the Titans, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Titans, gain of 12. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they could find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Jones.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time he had a guy average about 40 points a game. And he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 40 a game. The guy against him's not scoring that. We still have the advantage.
Yeah, and they got the win last week in that effort.
Even better. It's always best to clean up things after a win than after a loss.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
17 carries, 63 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Colts, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Jones.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. On the jet sweep, it's Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
We're scoreless after 1.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up...
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
That looks like there's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Colts at 6-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
from 21 yards away.
And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's got room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Titans. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. The Colts have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mahomes throw taken in by Miller.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And again, it's Mahomes. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On second and very short, Jones. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Jones throwing on first down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, it was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air. And, of course,
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
When you said jumbled, they were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Mahomes now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we've come to
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here are the Colts to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
second down and a run by Robinson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing is Mahomes on third.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So it would appear... to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 38.
137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Josh Jacobs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Yellow.
They begin the drive with Robinson.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught.
And the Titans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Jones will try and run with it.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Mac Jones
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Titans will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Robinson with another carry. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's complete. It's Miller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. He's going to take it down about the 33. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
and the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
2nd and 5 now. Jones, pass complete to Robinson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Jones. Into the hands of Ingram.
And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. So he shifts past him. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick here is good. And it'll be a hot time across the Cumberland tonight. The Titans have won it. So this one, a Tennessee.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliant. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I ain't men in them.